Hello, and welcome to My Thoughts for What They're Worth. I'm Jared Willits. After a week off from the podcast, back with episode number 8 already. Before we get into it, I would ask, as I always do, if you like what we're doing, the direction we're taking, the things we're talking about, please take a moment to like, share, or maybe even subscribe. Today's episode I am entitling, Hold Your Nose. An explanation on that momentarily. It seems more and more Americans feel disenfranchised from the two main parties, Republican and Democrats, and I think the reason for that is, at least for me, it seems the people on the extreme either end are kind of running the show and getting all the press, and it's just too much, and a lot of us are just feeling disenfranchised. We're kind of a little more, in the middle about how we feel about things, and we've apparently 47% of Americans, the last poll I read, so they're kind of in the middle now. They're not either one or the other. They may not have officially changed their party affiliation on the voting registration card like I have, but they, at least in their mind, they're just being independent. I'm an American. I'm not this, I'm not that, and we're going to go vote. I had a big discussion the other day about this very issue. Again, a lot of the Americans, myself, and I'll say I don't like either candidate, Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I don't think they should be president of these United States for a lot of reasons. I think they should go into retirement or do something else, but we're not going to have any other choice. I don't think some miracle third-party candidate's going to come popping up and capture the hearts and minds of Americans and ride that wave into the White House. That's not going to happen. So come November, we got Donald Trump and we got Joe Biden. I don't think either one are good for the country. So what am I going to do? Well, in our discussion the other day, it was again said, don't throw your vote away. You've got to make a decision. You've got to make a decision. So I will make that decision. I don't know when I will. I'm guessing it'll happen when I walk into the polling place, get the pencil and the paper out and get right down to it. And that's where I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to hold my nose and vote because they both stink. I think we need to think about this also down the line a little bit, down the ballot, as they like to say. And yes, a lot of us don't vote for a lot of different reasons, but I think we all should. Congressmen, senators, and state senators, and representatives, and city councilmen, and all that kind of stuff. You really need to do the work, do the research, and vote. Again, you don't want to give it to the other guy, right? You got the right to vote. People have died trying to get the right for the vote, and we just can't feel lackadaisical about it and say, I'm not going to vote. All sorts of people have all sorts of excuses for not voting. I don't like either candidate. Well, figure it out and make a choice. Hold your nose. My vote doesn't matter. Oh, yes, it does, my friends. I don't know where the polling place is. Oh, come on. You can find it. I don't know where to vote. All these kind of things like that. I haven't got a car to get. You just stop it. You can vote. If you really want to, you can vote. Put all the excuses aside. So in the end, all I'm saying this time around the block on the podcast is, we're not happy. A lot of us are simply not happy. And we just can't sit at home and let someone else decide for us. We need to get out there and vote. Maybe it'll take us right to the very end to make a decision, but I'll make a decision that day, and I know you will too. So those are my thoughts for what they're worth. I'm Jared Willits.